Hey guys and gals, thanks for tuning in to Inside Outside. I'm out here at my training loop. It's like a 30-minute or a 30-mile loop that I try to hit a few times a week, stay in shape and keep sharp. But I wanted to show you a couple of things I did on these 450X when they come stock. This brake cable and speedometer cable, they come way up and have this big huge loop, which has always drove me crazy. So I rerouted it down through, if you can see that clip down there, I just pried it open, stuck it down there. I loosened up the bolt right here just enough to move it around, and then I tightened it back up, and I didn't get any air in my line. So anyways, it puts that line out of the way, doesn't look so ridiculous, and it works perfect. Like, I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. So that's just something I wanted to show you, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that that's a ridiculous way to route the brake line. I'm getting ready to ride my loop. Put this mirror out of the way and see what we can do. I try to come out here every time and do a little bit better, have a little bit more stamina, a little bit more speed. One of the obstacles out here is this is ranch land, and there's cows all over. The last time I was out here, it looked like maybe the ranchers had rounded all the cows up and took them somewhere else, because I didn't see any. But that's something to definitely be aware of when you're riding, is when you're riding in the outdoors, there's more than just the dirt and rocks and terrain to battle with. You know, I've almost hit deer, wild pigs, they call them javelina here in Arizona, cows. I've had calves run in front of me. So you really have to stay on top of it. I almost hit a deer at 50 miles an hour broadside, and the only reason I didn't is because the deer did a U-turn right before we hit, and that saved my life. But just keep that in mind when you go riding outdoors and you really want to get on it. There's more than dirt and rocks and the terrain. All right, let's do this. Oh, also I wanted to show you another modification I did. I put this Vortex map switch on my bike, and that way you have two choices. You have map 1, which is kind of a more compliant map. The power is more linear. It's not so abrupt and erratic. You actually can ride. It's a more mellow power, but at the same time it allows you to go faster, because you're not all every time you touch the throttle, it doesn't blow fire out the exhaust because it's so hot. You know, that's just a goofy analogy, but then you have the option to switch it to a different map, and you pick whatever map that is you want. And I have it on the fire breathing map. So, because part of my loop here is really deep sand, and it's quite a long part of this loop is really deep sand. So I put it on most power, most torque, and that way it gets me through that sand a lot better. Okay guys, let's go ride. So that right there, let me see. So that was a 4-mile sprint to this gate, gate to gate, 4 miles. It's a hell of a way to warm up. Usually when I get here, I'm out of breath. This is what I'm working on, is trying to build that stamina up. Whew. I had heart surgery in January, the end of January, and man, it's been a struggle to get my cardiovascular up. It's getting there. Oh. Oh man, I'll take a little break and then we'll go for the second part. Stand by.